Damn, thank God I'm fly. Thank God I'm fly. Thank God I'm fly. You call it cocky, I call it true.
Hello, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about the 2024 MBC Gayo daejeon outfits. In this video I'm going to be talking about the red carpet and performance outfits from the day. I'm going to comment on the outfits, I'll be giving them a rating from 1 to 10, and when it's a group, I'm going to be ranking the outfits. I already did a video talking about the KBS Gayo daejeon outfits, so you can watch it if you haven't already. We have a ton of outfits to talk about, so grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's get into the video. Disclaimer. I am a fashion enthusiast and I studied fashion design in university, however, fashion is subjective. What I might think it's pretty, someone else might hate it, and it's completely okay. This isn't meant to be taken too seriously and I'm only doing it for fun. I'm only talking about the outfits, not the people wearing them. My thoughts on the clothing are just that, on the clothing, so I hope no one misunderstands it. So many people attended the ceremony, and I can't possibly talk about every single person that was there, so forgive me if I didn't mention your faves. I also can't possibly extend on every single look because otherwise we would be here for hours, so I'm going to be short when it comes to talking about each one. But without further ado, let's begin.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
The first artist we have is IZNA. The girls wore the same look for the red carpet and performance, which I don't love, but it is what it is. Silhouette-wise, most of the clothing pieces are very simple, and the color palette being monochromatic, and such a basic color like white, doesn't help either. However, their stylist knew how to elevate the look. All of the girls have at least one clothing piece with a furry element in them, and the textured fabric for sure makes the look more interesting, but not only that, most of the clothing pieces have sparkly elements in them. Whether it be rhinestones or sequins, all of the outfits shined so good while the girls perform. Accessory-wise the look is also pretty good. I like the white boots, the silver jewelry, and the members that had cool hairstyles, although I wish more of them had. This is totally how you make simple clothes with a simple color palette interesting, hence why, this is a 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
Next, we have YOUNGJI. Her red carpet look consisted of this rib bodycon dress. I really like the turtleneck and the asymmetric sleeve design is so good. The slit in the side is also really nice, and the overall dress fits her so well. I don't like the shoes, like at all. Some simple black pumps would have been better, but it is what it is. I like how her hair was up, and I usually love jewelry and looks, but the dress having a turtle neckline and her wearing a necklace is horrible. With that type of neckline you don't wear any necklaces. Their stylists should have given her statement earrings instead. The other silver jewelry she had was nice, but I would have loved more accessories because although the dress is nice, the final look feels like something is missing. 6 out of 10. For her performance, she wore a full-on Santa costume, like beard and gift sack type of costume. But, halfway through her performance she took the costume off, and revealed her actual outfit. It consisted of a burgundy mini dress, black tights, and black heels. I love the silhouette of the dress so much, the halter neckline is so flattering and the bubble hem is so cute. The dress has some black accents in the neckline, which is why choosing black accessories was the perfect choice. The only thing I wish was different is her hair. It doesn't look bad, but I would have loved a more interesting hairstyle. 9.5 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
Next, we have CRAVITY. The boys actually, just as IZNA, wore the same look for the red carpet in their performance. Their outfits consisted of lace shirts, black jackets, jeans and black shoes. I actually really like the combination of the more dramatic jackets and shirts, with the more casual jeans and shoes, however, I don't love how similar are all the outfits. All the boys are essentially wearing the same thing, but with tiny differences. The lace shirts are different. Some have more elaborate necklines than others aren't fully lace and only have lace details, but there are barely noticeable differences. The jackets are a little more different, although not that much, with some being longer, other being shorter, and some being vests rather than jackets. The boys aren't wearing a ton of accessories, and I don't mind it in the upper half of the look because how elaborate everything is, but the bottom half looks a bit empty without any accessories. If only their stylists would have given the boys more variety within the members' outfits, then this look would have been perfect, but it isn't, so it's an 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have ILLIT. For the red carpet, the girls wore these black dresses, and right from the bat, I don't like them. Almost all the dresses look so ill-fitting, like I'm not sure if that's how it's supposed to look, or if their stylists didn't tailor the dresses to each member, and either way, it's bad. YOUNGJI's dress is the only one that looks like it was perfectly tailored to her body, the rest is awful. I also hate how some of the dresses' fabrics look like straight-up trash bags. I like how some members had different hairstyles, and I actually really like YOUNGJI's hair, but all the girls deserved an equally great hairstyle. The accessories are very minimal, and the girls didn't even wear jewelry, which in turn makes the look feel incomplete. The only upside on this look is how age-appropriate it is. Most of the members are very young, so I do like how they styled them in dresses very appropriate for their age, but like I said earlier, the dresses could have been better. 6 out of 10. For their performance, the girls wore this look. The performance had a sleepover theme, and I love how the girls wore dresses, simulating some sort of nightgowns. The flowy silhouette is so cute, and I absolutely love how each individual dress has an eye-catching element, like we have ruffles, puffy sleeves, prints, lace, tulle, and more. I don't love how IROHA's outfit isn't a dress. The shirt and skirt combo doesn't look bad, but a big flowy dress like the other members would have been amazing. When I first watched the performance, I thought the clothes were all white, but after seeing the pictures, they actually have some cute pinky prints and fabrics. I hate how the whitewashing of the performance makes these small details impossible to see. Not only the clothes were amazing, but also the accessories. I love the chunky rings, the bracelets, socks and shoes. I also love how each girl has a different hairstyle and a complementary hair accessory. This is definitely 10 out of 10. IROHA had a solo performance, and for that, she wore this outfit. It consisted of a simple tracksuit, but I love how her stylists added a tulle tutu, like it's so random but also so up to par with ILLIT, and it spices up the look. The tracksuit has some red accents, which perfectly match the red shoes. At the beginning of the performance she wore a cap, and I wish she didn't remove it so soon in the performance because it made the look more interesting. More jewelry and a different hairstyle would have been nice, but it was a pretty short performance, so I can't complain too much. 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have BABYMONSTER. For their red carpet look, the girls wore these mostly black mini dresses. The color palette is extremely basic, but it's nice how they added eye-catching fabrics like sequins and satin. I love how some pieces have the element of color blocking with them being mostly black, and having the white pop of color. I don't love how some outfits feel more elaborate than others, it's almost like some members got the short end of the stick, and I absolutely hate that. The accessories could have been better. I like the dainty silver jewelry, and the shoes were cute, but give me better hairstyles, some hair accessories, belts, hats, just more to make the look more memorable. 8 out of 10. For their performance, the girls wore these all-white outfits. They are pretty simple silhouette-wise, which isn't necessarily bad because all of the girls' outfits had at least one piece with rhinestones, making the entire look so sparkly while they were on stage. I would have loved for their stylists to play a bit with layering, that way making the look a bit more interesting. The accessories they wore mostly consisted of the white boots, sparkly belts, and dainty silver jewelry. I wish they had more eye-catching accessories, maybe some hats, chunky jewelry, gloves, socks, just anything to elevate the look more. I don't like that Ruka is the only member with an interesting hairstyle, the rest just have them down, and that isn't a bad thing, but at least give me hair accessories. 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have WAYV. The boys wore the same look for the red carpet in their performance, which isn't ideal, but there isn't anything to do about it. Their look consisted of these burgundy and black outfits, which I love, like I'm always a fan of a reddish and black color combo. I love how all the outfits have multiple leather elements, not only elevates the look but it looks amazing. I do wish that some of the non-leather pieces were sequined, but that's just me loving sparkly things. Accessory-wise, the look is also really good. I love all the belts, boots, gloves, chains, and silver bits in the clothes. Some of the outfits have a slight prince/knight inspired vibe to them, but YOUNGJI's outfit looks straight up like a costume, and that isn't bad, but the performance didn't have a theme and the rest also didn't have costume-like outfits. I find very funny how for the red carpet 10 had his vest closed, very demure, very mindful, but then for the performance he opened it all the way up. 9 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have NMIXX. For their red carpet, the girls wore this look. Each one of the outfits is different, and essentially the main element in common within all of them is the color palette. All of the girls look amazing, however, I love some outfits more than others. I'm absolutely obsessed with Lily's look, like she looks amazing. I also like Bae and Seulyoon's coat dresses, and Hwan's long skirt, but I don't love how the whole look doesn't have a cohesive vibe. Members like Lily, Bae and Seulyoon are giving more sensual vibes, Hwan is giving more of a Wednesday Addams vibe, Jiwoo is giving classic K-pop red carpet look, and Kyujin is giving 2018 music show performance. Like I said, all of them look amazing, but they don't look like a cohesive group. Accessory-wise the look is fine, but I for sure think they could have given the girls more jewelry. I like how some members have different hairstyles, but I wish all of them had. Also, stylists nowadays are so boring and go for super safe and basic pieces, that NMIXX Jiwoo and BABYMONSTER AESPA literally wore the exact same dress during the red carpet, like what the actual fuck. This wouldn't happen if you gave your artist something that isn't a black dress. 7.5 out of 10. For their performance, the girls wore these all-white outfits. All the jackets the girls are wearing are military-inspired, and not only is that nice, but all the details they have are in sparkly silver. All of the girls paired the jackets with miniskirts, and I like how they are all similar silhouette-wise, but not exactly the same with the jackets actually, but I would have loved if some members had skirts, other shorts, and maybe even some pants. A detail that I absolutely love is how all members had a furry detail in their sleeve cuffs, because not only it looks so good, but it's just extremely cute. The look doesn't have many accessories. They are pretty much not wearing jewelry, but I like the chain belts and boots, although if it were up to me, they would have been white. I love how they look perfectly balanced as a group, unlike their red carpet look, while also each member having an equally unique outfit. 10 out of 10. Seulyoon had a solo performance during the event. She began her performance barefoot and with this big brown coat, but then she removed it to reveal this stunning mini dress. The performance had a Cinderella-inspired performance, which why I love the dress being blue, and the silhouette of the dress, paired with the hairstyle and accessories, is totally giving princess. Their stylists could have just given her the dress and called it a day, but I love the shoes she wore, the jewelry was so nice, and on top of having a cute hairstyle, she also had a hair accessory. 10 out of 10 for sure.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have BOYNEXTDOOR. For their red carpet look, they went for some black suits. I like how all of their jackets are different, with even Jaehyun not wearing an actual suit and instead a sweater. Some of the pants are also slightly different, which is nice, however, aside that, there isn't anything else that I like. The boys don't look bad, but the look is extremely boring and forgettable. If their stylists were set on a black and white color palette, then they should have added eye-catching fabrics and statement pieces, played more with layering, and accessorized the shit out of this look. Unfortunately they didn't, and the look ended up being so boring and forgettable. 4 out of 10. For their performance, the boys went for a cozy winter vibe, and their outfits perfectly reflected that. Most of the clothing pieces the boys wore were very basic, simple jeans and t-shirts, however, by layering multiple elements and adding big coats, the outfits were elevated. The accessories were also really great. I love the hats, scarves, and gloves the boys wore. I also love how all the members wore different colored Uggs. I would have loved a more vibrant color palette for the look, however, I am a huge fan of color, and completely understand that these earthy tones are the epitome of cozy. The boys for sure redeemed themselves after their boring-ass red carpet look. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have SSERAFIM. The girls wore the same outfits for both the red carpet and their performance, which I don't love, however, the outfits are so good. The silhouette of each one of the outfits is so interesting and perfectly complements each girl. I love how most of the clothing pieces have this small silver studs that reflect light amazingly, making their outfits so sparkly. Most of the clothing pieces are made out of a leather fabric, and that fact alone is so good, but I really like how they mixed it in with other fabrics, although it was mostly just in Kazuha's look. The color palette is so simple, but it never feels boring because the clothing pieces are very interesting themselves, and the way both colors were blended within look is so good, and I especially love the color blocking bits. Accessory-wise, the look is so good. I love the gloves the girls wore, especially the sparkly ones, the boots were amazing, and the bits of jewelry they had, although small, were really great. I would have loved for the girls to have interesting hairstyles, however, the look is so good as it is, that I can't even complain. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have Zero Base 1. For their red carpet, the boys went for a black, brown and white look. All of their looks consisted of a jacket, a top, pants, and shoes. All of their pieces were pretty basic, and color palette is simple. However, I absolutely love how their stylists added many leather elements. All of their members have at least one element with leather in it, and not only looks good, but also adds so much to the look. I especially love the brown leather pieces, and I low-key wished there were more of them. I like how some of the pants are leather, but I don't love how all of them are black. It would have been amazing if some of them had brown leather pants. The boys had simple accessories that complemented each outfit, but I wish they had more statement pieces. As a whole, this look is good, but it's still missing something to make it perfect. 9 out of 10. For their performance, the boys wore this white, gray and black look. I think the outfits are supposed to resemble snowsuits, but I'm not sure. This is coming from someone who has never even seen snow IRL, so take it with a grain of salt. I like how all of their outfits are similar but different when it comes to the details, and the way they blended them with more simple pieces is nice. The layering is good, and especially because of the whole winter theme, not only it's up to par, but also elevates the look. I like how the three colors mix in every clothing piece, and the pop of color with black is really nice. The accessories were pretty great, and I especially like the furry ones and hats. The color palette makes sense with the theme, however, I would have loved for it to be brighter, since at times the boys don't really pop off on camera. The whole look feels a bit too safe, and I would have loved for their stylists to give them something more interesting. 7 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have Treasure. For their red carpet look, they went for black suits, and oh my god, this is so boring. Some members have little elements that make their looks more interesting, but it's literally 2 members out of 10. If the stylists were set on a black suits, then they should have given them a bunch of accessories, glasses, jewelry, belts, gloves, chains, just anything to make their looks remotely memorable. 4 out of 10. For their performance, the boys went for an all-white look. I like how all of them are wearing suits, but the design of the jackets are different. I wish the design of the pants would have been different as well, but they unfortunately weren't. All of the members had some rhinestones and silver accents in their jackets, making them shine really nice while they were performing. I wish they had more rhinestones in the look, a lot more on the jackets and some even on the pants, because that would have made the look so much better. The accessories they had basically just consisted of silver jewelry, which is simple but fine, although I love Yoonsook's glasses. The boys don't look bad, but the look is way too simple and feels like something is missing. 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have NEWJEANS. For their red carpet, the girls went for these outfits that are giving major school librarian vibes, and I really like that, but never in a million years would have chosen them for a red carpet look. I like the color palette, is simple, but the pop of color with the red and print is really nice. Some of the girls' looks consist only by dresses, but I like how Hyun and Minji's looks have layering elements. All the girls have the same white tights and black heels, which in this instance I actually like a lot because all of their outfits are pretty different. The girls didn't have a ton of accessories. The silver dainty jewelry they wore was simple but nice, and I do love Hyeon's glasses. I wish all of them had different hairstyles, and their hairstylists usually kill it with that, but in this instance all of them just have their hair down. As a whole this look was unexpected, but surprisingly really good. 8.5 out of 10. For their performance, the girls went for this gray look. I really like how all of the members have the same basic pieces, like the pants and jackets, but in slightly different designs and with different complementary pieces. I absolutely love how some members have a mini pleated skirt on top of their pants. That is such a signature NewJeans look by now, and I absolutely love it. The red plaid pieces are nice, the pop of print is cool and it goes really well with the gray. At first look I thought the look was nice, but I wished it had something sparkly to make the whole thing more eye-catching, but after watching the performance, I realized the gray pieces have tiny rhinestones that shined so nice while the girls performed. The accessories are really good. I love all the furry pieces the girls wore, and at the beginning of the performance the girls had this big bunny ears hoodies, but the girls took them off for the dancing part of the performance, and they ended up looking like cute backpacks. I like how two members have different hairstyles, but I wish all of them did. This look is very NewJeans coded, and I love it. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have RIIZE. For their red carpet they wore these suits, and I absolutely love them. Their styling team went for a classic suit look, which is very basic, however, their stylists absolutely killed it by giving each member at least one eye-catching element. Some members have velvet or satin fabric, other have print, some have a different silhouette in their look, some have embroidery, and the one I personally love the most, some have sparkly elements like rhinestones and sequins. From the waist down their outfits are simple, and they don't have many accessories aside some bow ties and pins, but the jackets are so good on their own that the rest doesn't even matter. This look is top tier, hence why it's a 10 out of 10. For their performance, the boys wore these military-inspired outfits. It's actually only the jackets that are military-looking, and they are amazing. Not only are they made in a velvet fabric but the pops of gold in the jacket are so nice, especially because they are shiny and looked amazing while the boys performed, and I love the RIIZE embroidered in the back. The jackets are very similar, but there are actually some small differences within all of them, like the color placement, the neckline, and the details on the front. The white-collared shirts and ties are simple, and they don't have many accessories, but I actually don't mind that because of how good the jackets are. From the waist up the look is perfect, but from the waist down is where I'm disappointed. The black simple pants are so boring, and kind of ruin the look for me. If they had given them different types of pants within the same color scheme of the jackets, it would have been perfect. 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have ITZY. For their red carpet look, the girls wore these cute black mini dresses. They are all very similar silhouette-wise, but I like the differences in fabrics, necklines and skirts. The accessories the girls wore were super simple, and although they look great, I would have loved more statement pieces that would have elevated the whole look. Their hairstyles are fine, but I wish we had something more interesting than just their hair down. The girls look stunning, there's no question about it, but the look feels incomplete. There are elements missing in it to make this look memorable. 7 out of 10. For their performance look, the girls went for all white skirts and crop tops. I love how all of the clothing pieces are made of a sequin fabric, and on top of that, some have silver rhinestones sewed in them, making them even sparkly while the girls perform. The bits of tulle in the clothing pieces are nice, but I especially love the skirts with the hanging trains on the back. The accessories were so good. I love all the silver jewelry, the lace gloves, the white boots, and the silver chains. I don't love how all the girls kept the same hairstyle from the red carpet, like give me something more interesting, but I do love YOUNGJI's bow. This look unfortunately doesn't pop off that well on camera because of the whitewashing filters they add on, and I hate that because it's so good, and should have been able to shine in all its glory. 9.5 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have TXT. And for a long while I legit thought the boys wore the same outfit for the red carpet and for their performance, but no, they aren't actually the same, just extremely similar. Their red carpet look consisted of these white suits, which are fine, but boring. To make the look more interesting, their stylists should have added textured fabrics and a ton more of accessories. The boys look great, but this is extremely forgettable and simple. 4 out of 10. For their performance, they wore basically the same look as in the red carpet but just in a different font. All of the outfits are the same, only styled a bit different. I don't love when all the members in a group wear the exact same thing, which is why I don't love this look, but I have to say that the neckline of the jackets with the sparkly rhinestones is really nice, and I like the furry cuffs of the jackets, but like the stylists should have added more of those elements to the look. Especially because aside that, there isn't much else I like about this look. The boys could have benefited from eye-catching fabrics and a ton more of accessories, just like their red carpet look. 4 out of 10. Yeonjun had a solo performance with Gum, and for that he wore this outfit. It consisted of this red matching set that it's absolutely amazing. Not only I love the color and the leather fabric, but it has a cool texture, and the black bits are really good as well. The white shirt it was paired with is simple, just like the tie is, but I really like the tie pin and the black distress top he had. He had some red, perfectly matching, boots that were amazing, and don't know if you can consider it part of the outfit, but I love the fake piercings so much. Not only he killed his performance, but he looked incredible while doing it. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
Next, we have I-DLE. The girls went for these black dresses, and it isn't the most revolutionary thing, but the girls looked great. I love that we have different textured fabrics like satin, velvet, and leather. Aside Yuki's dress, the silhouette of all the dresses is very similar, which isn't necessarily bad, but I wish there was more variety within the members. I also love how Yuki's dress is longer, which is why I wished more members had longer dresses. The girls' accessories were simple, but I like the thigh-high boots, and the red pops color are amazing, although I wish there were more of them because how it breaks the all black is so good. I also wished the girls had more jewelry, like it's lacking in some members. This look is good, but not perfect, which is why is an 8 out of 10. For their performance, the girls wore these outfits and they are so fucking cute. All of their outfits consisted of brown overalls, brown hoodies, and white t-shirts. I like how the shade of brown in the hoodies and overalls aren't the same, how the overalls are made of velvet, and how the t-shirt has a print in it. I love most members have their hair in a cute hairstyle, I like the hats the girls wore, and I absolutely love how all of them have antlers. I wish all the girls weren't wearing the exact same outfit, like give me some variety, but I do love how the girls are supposed to be reindeers while the backup dancers are snowmen, or snowwomen I guess. I love how the girls went for something more casual and cute than the stereotypical K-pop performance look, especially because this performance aired during Christmas Day and this was perfectly on theme. 9.5 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
Next, we have ENHYPEN, and once again, the boys wore the most boring look ever possible to the red carpet. They are all wearing tweed jackets, white shirts, black pants, and black shoes. I hate how similar all their jackets are, and from the waist down they are literally wearing the exact same thing. The accessories are also nowhere near enough to make the look more interesting, and there isn't anything memorable about this look. Their stylists should be fired because this is so fucking boring. 2 out of 10. For their performance, the boys went for an all-white look and they are way better than their red carpet look. The all-white color palette is very simple, but I like the bits of brown and cream sprinkled throughout the clothing pieces. Their styling team really took advantage of other elements, like the layering, the baggy silhouette, and the furry pieces, to make the look more interesting. The accessories were on freaking point. I love all the hats, necklaces, gloves, shoes, and the cherry on top were the matching scarves. If it were up to me, I would have chosen a more vibrant color palette for this look, however, I really don't mind the final result we got because of how good the look is. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, look at that.
Next, we have Stray Kids. The boys' look for the red carpet consisted of these black suits. The suit look is very predictable and simple, especially if you're going for black, however, I really like how their stylists mixed in different fabrics to make the whole look more interesting. I love the prints, the sparkly fabrics, the leather pieces, and the satin and tweed elements. It would have been amazing if each member had at least one eye-catching element, but unfortunately some just had their regular basic suit, which is just not as interesting. I also wished they had more accessories, especially eye-catching ones. Stray Kids isn't known in my book for having amazing red carpet fashion, like they always go for something boring and safe, and although this is still along those lines, is still way better than what I expected from them. 7 out of 10. For their performance look, the boys went with these all-white outfits. All of the boys' outfits consisted of pants, t-shirts, and jackets or vest. They looked good, but there is nothing unique or memorable about this look. I like the few instances of layering, and the silver accents in the look were nice, especially the ones that shined a bit. Their accessories were really good. I love all the chunky necklaces, belts, gloves, and sunglasses. For me, the biggest flaw of this look is the color palette. The white is too basic, and with the whitewashing filter the broadcast adds, they just don't pop off. It would have been amazing if their stylists had gone with a more vibrant color. 7 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have aespa. For their red carpet look, the girls went for these amazing long white dresses and I'm obsessed. The silhouette of all their dresses is pretty similar, but I like how all of the necklines are different. The all-white color palette is simple, but I love the different types of fabrics and the silver bits in some of the dresses. The silver jewelry the girls wore is really nice, and complements the white dresses so well. The girls' hair looks amazing, but I really wish they had different hairstyles. This look is simple, but it never reaches the point of being boring, which is the perfect balance if you want to go for a classic red carpet look. 10 out of 10. For their performance, the girls wore these outfits, and since the first moment I saw them I absolutely loved them. The pink ombre tops the girls have are so vibrant and gorgeous, and it's so nice how all of the tops are slightly different in the neckline area. When I first saw this look, I thought the jeans were too simple and casual for a performance of this scale, but after watching the performance, I realized they have pink details and a bunch of rhinestones in them, making them shine amazingly. The pink oversized hoodies they wore were simple, but it complements the rest of the pieces really well, plus, the girls performed pink hoodie so it was obviously the perfect piece to add. I love the accessories the girls wore, like the silver jewelry is so nice and the sparkly belts are so good. I like how all of the girls have different hairstyles, and I would have loved some hair accessories, but it's not that big of a deal because the look is so good as it is. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 남보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have ATEEZ. Their red carpet look consisted of these black and white suits, and I love some aspects of it, but not so much others. Like I've said a million times before in this video, suits are simple and very predictable, especially with this color palette. However, I love how their stylists played with color blocking in some looks. It looks amazing, makes their suit outfits more interesting, and I wish more members had elements like these in their looks, instead of just having black or white suits. I also love how other members had eye-catching elements like print, sparkly bits, and cool fabrics. However, I hate how some members have none of the elements I just mentioned. It gives the sense like thought and effort was put in some outfits and not others. This look had so much potential to be fucking amazing, and I'm sad it wasn't. 8 out of 10. For their performance, the boys wore these outfits and they are fucking amazing. The boys wore suits, which is nothing crazy or revolutionary. However, I absolutely fucking love how their stylists added multiple elements to make them so good. The color palette is simple with most of the pieces being in black, but I love the pops of burgundy in some pieces, and on top of that, most of the pieces are made of a sequin fabric, making them very sparkly. However, they also have a bunch of rhinestones sewed into them, making them even sparklier. All of their pants are simple, just plain dress pants, but it doesn't even matter because the upper half of their look is so amazing. The accessories were also on point. I like the props they had, the bits of subtle print, and the simple jewelry. This look is pure perfection. I have nothing to critique or complain about. 10 out of 10. Youngji had a solo performance, and for that, he wore this amazing baby blue suit. Not only is the color so pretty, but the whole entire suit it's made of velvet, and this is how you make a simple suit interesting. He wore brown shoes with the look, which wouldn't have been my first choice, but I guess it matches the bloodish stains in his jacket. 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have IVE. The girls actually wore the same look for the red carpet in the performance, which is not ideal but whatever. All of the girls' outfits were mostly in white, which could have been very basic, but I absolutely love all the gold details the outfits have. They are subtle, but they add so much to the look. I also love how their stylists added textured fabrics to the look, especially the tweed, since the way the fabric is, almost makes it look like a print. I love how every single member has a lot going on their look, but not in an overwhelming way. Their stylists just slayed with the layering and accessories. I love all the gold jewelry, but also the chains, the boots, the belts, the different hairstyles and hair accessories. There is not a single dull or boring thing about this look, and this is exactly how you make an all-white look interesting, memorable, and unique. Of course, this is a 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have NCT 127. The boys wore these black and white suits, and oh my god, I hate this. This is so boring, forgettable, and there isn't anything remotely interesting about it. Unlike some of the other suit looks we've talked about in this video, this one doesn't have interesting fabrics, sparkly elements, cool accessories, or just anything to remotely salvage the look. Obviously the boys don't look bad, they are all gorgeous, but their stylists need to be fired because of how boring this is. 4 out of 10. For their performance, the boys went very 90s boy group with these all-white outfits. The cargo pants with the puffer jackets and vests is a combo that never misses. However, I would have loved for the clothes to be in a more vibrant color, like white is super simple. We have some pops of color in red, and I do really like them, but I would have loved for more red accents in the look, like give me some pieces entirely in red. The lack of accessories also doesn't help. I like the gloves, glasses, and scarves, but you could have given them in red. Also give me some belts, more jewelry, some hats, just anything to elevate the look a little bit more. This look is good, but not perfect, so it's an 8 out of 10 for me.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have 21. The girls didn't walk the red carpet, at least I don't think so, and for their performance, the girls wore this look. This is the epitome of second-gen K-pop fashion and I love it. There is so much going on in every single outfit, like Bomb's dress literally looks like a trash bag, but in the best way possible. The color palette of gray, black and purple is nice, nothing groundbreaking, but it doesn't matter because it was never meant to be the main focus of the look. I love how their stylists mixed in simple pieces with more statement pieces, making it so the whole thing feels very balanced. The accessories are amazing. I love all the belts, all the gloves, all the jewelry, all the shoes, the hair accessories and hairstyles. Dara's hair is so crazy, and this isn't necessarily what I mean when I say I want interesting hairstyles, but this is for sure 1,000 times better than the hair just being straight down, and I love it. 21 really came back this year to show all the younger groups how this shit is done. Of course, this is a 10 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have NCT Dream, and just like NCT 127, their outfits are extremely boring. I totally get that we have two members that have to pose with both groups, so their stylists have to make it so they match with both looks. However, the execution this time was so boring and lazy. I like how multiple looks have color blocking elements, but aside that, there's nothing more I like. The accessories are basically non-existing, and we don't have any eye-catching elements to make this look even remotely memorable. 4 out of 10. For their performance look, the boys went with these black and white outfits. All of the pieces the boys wore were simple silhouette-wise, but I love the leather and rhinestones details in the jackets, that make them so much more interesting and sparkly. I like how all of the pieces in the look have a bunch of hanging strings. It might seem random, but they move so nice while the boys dance, and that for sure makes the performance more dynamic. Halfway through the performance, the boys took off the jackets, and unfortunately, their look got a lot more boring. We still had elements of layering, lace, and the hanging straps, but the main focus of the look was the jacket, and without them the look felt incomplete. It also didn't help how little accessories the boys had. The idea behind this look was really good, but choosing such a boring color palette was not the right choice at all. 8 out of 10.
Baby got passion, ambition, 난 보란 듯이. Look at that.
Next, we have the collab stages we had during this event. The first one we're talking about is the Love Me Right one. The boys went for an all-denim look, and I like how obviously all of their outfits match and are very similar, but we still have some slight differences in fit and styling. I like how we have multiple shades of denim, since that for sure makes the look more interesting. The white collared shirts and black ties are simple, but I guess they match with the denim pretty well. This look is very basic, but it totally matches the vibe of the performance, and the boys looked great. 8 out of 10. Next, we have the shootout collab stage. The boys wore these all-black outfits, and they look good, but the clothing pieces are very basic. Their outfits basically consist of tight tops, leather pants, combat boots, and harnesses. I'm actually not mad at how basic their looks are, especially because this is something very similar to what NEWJEANS themselves have worn during the shootout era, but this is also a look we've seen a million times from other boy groups, so I would have loved something more interesting. 8 out of 10. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Karina and YOUNGJI collab stage, and oh my fucking god, not only was this an amazing performance, but the girls looked stunning while doing it. Both of their looks are mostly in black, but I absolutely love the pop of color in Karina's top, and I really wished YOUNGJI also had a pop of color because her look being all black is a bit dull. However, I do like how all of YOUNGJI's look is leather. I wish the girls had more accessories because they are kind of lacking in that aspect, and I wish they had different hairstyles, but I do love how they took their extensions out and left the short hair breathe. 9 out of 10. We had a ton of looks to talk about in this video, and I'm sorry if I was repeating myself throughout the whole video. So many looks were similar, so I basically had the same critiques. Most of the looks we talked about were nice, but a lot of them felt like the idea behind them was so good, but there was something missing to make them actually amazing. Also, for God's sake, can we stop with the amount of black and white looks? It's just so fucking boring. Now, for best dressed in the red carpet, I have to choose aespa. The long white dresses are so classy and simple, yet not boring and forgettable at all, plus, the girls looked stunning. And for worst dressed in the red carpet, I have to choose all of the boy group red carpet looks that were insanely boring and forgettable, like why did we get so many of them? For best dressed in the performance, I have to choose ATEEZ. This is how you do a suit look for a performance of this scale. Their stylists didn't kill it with the red carpet look, but they for sure redeemed themselves with the performance look. For worst dressed in the performance, I have to choose TXT. Their look was so similar to their red carpet look, and also so uninteresting and forgettable. That was everything for the video. I know it was a long-ass video, but I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're still here by this point, you are fucking amazing. Also, let me know if you agree with my opinions and which was the best and worst dressed in your opinion, but as always, remember to be respectful. My next few videos are going to be my end of the year wrap series, so stay tuned for that. Bye.